All right, so today we're going to be diving into some really interesting stuff,
Yeah.
um, specifically how AI is going to be impacting the future of marketing. And you guys have sent in a bunch of really cool sources focusing on what this all means for social media managers. So we've got some snippets from an article talking about the skills that you're going to need, and we've got some information straight from Stob.AI, which is an agency that's all about AI-powered marketing solutions.
And what's really interesting is that this isn't some like far off future. This is happening right now. So like even right now, imagine routine tasks like scheduling posts or sifting through mountains of data. All of that could be automated.
Hold on, so no more, late nights agonizing over when to send out that perfect tweet. Sign me up. But seriously though, what does this mean for someone who's like living and breathing social media like every single day?
It's a huge shift. The article we have actually predicts the rise of like this new type of person, social media strategist 2.0. And they're thinking less about the day-to-day grind and more about the big picture, understanding the data and using that data to make winning strategies.
Okay, so I'm getting become a marketing mastermind vibes, which is cool, but also a little bit intimidating. The folks over at Stob.AI seem to be really into this seamless automation idea. What does it actually look like?
Well, they talk about this concept of integrated systems. So basically, imagine all of your marketing tools, whether that's your social media platforms or your email list or your website analytics, all talking to each other and all powered by AI. And that leads to a personalized user experience that we haven't even thought of yet.
Now, that's what I call working smarter, not harder. But let's break it down for our listeners. The article mentions some skills that social media managers are going to need in this new world. The first one is AI tools and data analysis. I'm guessing it's not enough to just know how to post like a cute cat video anymore.
No, definitely not. You'll need to actually understand the tools themselves, how to feed them the right information, and then, most importantly, how to make sense of the data that the tools spit out. Think of it like having a super-powered research assistant. You need to know how to ask the right questions to get the most valuable insights.
So instead of just being like, okay, my engagement was down this week, I could use AI to figure out which types of posts are actually leading to sales from my target demographic.
Exactly. You're talking about, pinpointing the factors that drive success, which is incredibly powerful. But it's not just about, crunching numbers. The article also talks about strategic thinking.
Right, because if AI is handling the grunt work, that frees you up to focus on the bigger picture.
Exactly. You'll have more time to, develop strategies that align with your brand's values and your goals. Now, Stob.AI, they emphasize that AI can do amazing things, but it can't replace that human touch. That you need to connect with your audience.
Right, because at the end of the day, we're all about building relationships. So I'm curious, how do they see AI enhancing that human element?
Well, they highlight the potential of what they call AI-powered precision. And that basically means using AI to target the right audience with the right message at the right moment. So imagine being able to personalize every interaction and tailor your content to what every individual needs or wants to see.
That's mind-blowing. But it also kind of makes me think, is there a risk of going too far with this?
Yeah.
I don't want my audience to feel like I'm stalking them online or something.
No, that's a valid concern. And it's something that a lot of marketers are thinking about right now. It's all about finding the right balance. AI is powerful, but we need to use it responsibly and ethically.
It's not just about having the coolest AI tools. It's about using them the right way, which honestly, that's a relief to hear.
Definitely. At the end of the day, we want to use AI to enhance the human experience, not replace it. And that's what makes this field so exciting.
Right. So we've talked about how AI can help us create content and target our audience and personalize interactions. I'm guessing there's even more to this story though, right?
You're catching on. We've only scratched the surface. And in the next part, we're going to explore what this means for the future of the social media manager's role. It's going to be really fascinating.
Stay tuned. We're just getting warmed up.
Exactly. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit here. We've talked about the big picture of AI in marketing, but what does that actually look like, when you get down to it?
I always love to see the practical side of things, and it seems like there's a ton of different AI tools popping up left and right. It's like the Wild West of marketing tech out there.
It really is a really dynamic landscape. One area where AI is already having a big impact is content creation. Think about those product recommendations that you see online that are eerily accurate. That's AI working behind the scenes, analyzing every click and every search.
Okay, confession time. I am both amazed and slightly freaked out
Hmm.
by how well those algorithms seem to know me. But it does make shopping really easy.
Yeah, that's the power of, data-driven personalization.
Mhm.
But AI can go way beyond just like recommending your next pair of shoes. I mean,
Mm.
we're starting to see AI tools that can actually generate written content like blog posts, social media captions, marketing emails, all based on, whatever keywords you give it and whoever you're trying to reach.
Wait, so you're telling me I could have an AI write my captions for me? That's either like a dream come true or a social media manager's worst nightmare.
I think of it more as like a supercharged brainstorming partner. It can help you if you get writer's block, and it can give you like a really solid starting point. But you still bring, the creativity and the brand voice and the human touch. AI just kind of helps with the heavy lifting,
Hmm.
like structuring the content and making sure that it's optimized.
Okay, that actually sounds kind of awesome. It's like having a little robot assistant that handles all the boring stuff.
Mhm.
But what about actually making sure that content gets seen by the right people? I'm guessing AI can help with that too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. AI is totally changing the way that we target and personalize our marketing. Remember those integrated systems we were talking
Sorry,
about?
just refresh my memory.
So we're talking about, all your different marketing channel working together seamlessly.
Right.
So imagine this. Someone visits your website, clicks on a product, but they don't buy it. AI can track that and then send them a personalized email a few days later, maybe offering a discount or showing them some similar products.
That's so smart. It's like they're getting a little nudge from the universe,
Huh.
but really it's just AI.
Exactly. And it gets even deeper than that. AI can analyze huge amounts of data, like demographics interests, online behavior, even psychographic data,
Yeah.
to create these like hyper-specific audience segments. It's not just about, targeting women aged 25 to 34 anymore. AI lets you target like eco-conscious yoga enthusiasts who love indie music and travel blogs.
Now we're talking.
Right.
But with all this talk about personalization and targeting, is there a risk of like taking it too far? Like I don't want my audience to think that I'm stalking them online or something.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And it's something that marketers are grappling with. I think transparency is really key here.
Yeah.
People need to understand, how their data is being used. And they should have the ability to opt out if they're not comfortable with the level of personalization.
So it's not just about having, the coolest AI tools. It's about using them responsibly and ethically,
Exactly.
which is good to hear.
At the end of the day, we want to use AI to enhance the human experience,
Right.
not replace it. And that's what makes this such an exciting field to be in.
Right. Okay, so we've covered, the amazing ways that AI can help us create content and target our audience
Mm-hmm.
and even personalize those interactions.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling there's even more to the story.
You're right. We've really only scratched the surface. In the next part, we'll explore what all of this means for the future of being a social media manager. You won't want to miss it.
All right, so we've talked about all the cool AI tools out there
Mm-hmm.
and how they're already being used. But now I want to bring it back to you.
Yeah.
What does all this mean for the future of actually being a social media manager?
It's funny because I actually see this as a huge opportunity. Like, instead of AI replacing jobs, I think it's going to help people level up. Think about it. If AI can handle all those, like, repetitive tasks, that frees you up to do other things.
Yeah, like finally reach inbox zero.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not,
Mhm.
but tell me more.
I think we're going to see the rise of, like, what I call the social media strategist 2.0. It's someone who combines, that deep understanding of humans and storytelling with all these powerful insights from AI.
So less about, manually scheduling posts
Yeah.
and more about seeing the big picture.
Exactly. Like, imagine using AI to analyze what really resonates with your audience
Mm.
and then using that to build like a real sense of community. That's something that AI can't do on its own.
I like this social media strategist 2.0 idea.
Yeah.
It's like becoming a marketing mastermind,
Yeah.
but with AI as your secret weapon.
Exactly. And it's not about being like a tech genius or anything. It's more about understanding how to use AI, knowing what questions to ask it, how to understand the data, and then use those insights to be more creative.
So it still all comes back to that human element, the
Mhm.
empathy, the creativity, the connection.
Absolutely. AI might be able to handle those like initial customer interactions, but it's the human touch that turns someone from just a casual scroller into a loyal fan. AI might set the stage, but it's that human connection that creates a really memorable experience.
So basically in this new world of AI-powered marketing, social media managers get to be even more strategic and creative.
Exactly. And don't forget adaptable. The world of AI is changing so fast. So being willing to learn new tools and stay ahead of the curve is super important.
That leads to a really interesting question. If AI can handle so much of the doing part of marketing, what does that free us up to become?
Yeah.
Will we see this like new generation of super strategic, creative social media leaders who are guiding the AI and focusing on the big picture?
It's definitely possible. And honestly, I think it's something we should all be thinking about right now. Like, how can you develop those social media strategist 2.0 skills today? What can you learn about AI tools? How can you deepen your understanding of your audience? The future is out there waiting for us.
That's a really inspiring way to put it. It's not about being replaced by AI, it's about using it to become even better at what we do.
I love that.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the future of social media. It's been an amazing conversation. Until next time, keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep diving.